Okay, so I just stumbled upon this tool called Impeccable that aims to elevate front-end design. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have. It's intriguing how it builds on existing frameworks like the front-end design skill from Anthropic.
Right? It's like they took a solid base and supercharged it with commands and guidelines. What really caught my attention are those 17 steering commands.
Exactly. Those commands can really help streamline the design process. But do you think they might be overwhelming for beginners?
That's a good point. It's one thing to have all this power, but if people don't know how to use it, it's kind of moot.
True, and while having such specific commands sounds great, can it lead to over-reliance on the tool?
Yes, it's like if designers start to depend on these commands, could they lose their creative intuition?
That's a valid concern, but maybe the anti-patterns they included could help prevent bad habits from forming.
Oh, absolutely. Those anti-patterns are pretty insightful, like avoiding overused fonts or inappropriate color contrasts.
Right? And it's not just about what to do, but also what not to do, which is equally important in design.
I wonder how effective those anti-patterns are in practice. Like, do designers actually heed those warnings?
That's a fair question. It might depend on the designer's experience and whether they're open to learning from the tool.
True, but it's also fascinating that it includes domain-specific references. That's a lot of detailed info.
Definitely. I mean, covering typography, color contrast, and even motion design. That's comprehensive.
And it almost feels like a design boot camp packaged into one tool. But does that level of detail risk overcomplicating things?
That's interesting. While it could make some tasks easier, it might also intimidate less experienced designers.
Right? It's like if you took your smartphone and it had too many features, it could be overwhelming.
Exactly. And designers might end up feeling paralyzed by the options rather than empowered.
But wait, what if this tool is used alongside mentoring or workshops? Would that change the game?
That's a fascinating thought. Pairing it with practical learning could definitely enhance its effectiveness.
Right? It could create a bridge between theoretical knowledge and actual application.
And having access to those case studies on their site would provide real examples of how it's used.
Exactly. It's like having a before and after showcase that could inspire users to explore their creativity.
That's a great way to motivate people. Seeing real transformations can be such a game changer.
Totally, but I wonder how long it would take for someone to really get the hang of all those commands.
It might vary widely. Some might pick it up quickly, while others might need more time and practice.
That's true, and it makes me think of how important user feedback is in refining these tools.
Absolutely. Continuous improvement based on actual user experiences could make a big difference.
Speaking of feedback, do you think the tool encourages a community aspect among designers?
I hope so. Sharing tips and experiences could enhance the learning curve and foster collaboration.
Right? It's like creating a support network where designers can learn from each other.
And that could lead to better designs overall, as shared knowledge often leads to innovation.
Exactly, but how do you balance that with the individuality of each designer's style?
That's the tricky part. While community is great, each designer also needs to develop their own unique voice.
It's almost like finding a balance between following guidelines and expressing creativity.
For sure, that's where experiential learning comes in. It's about trial and error.
That's such an important point. So the tool might serve as a guide, but the designer needs to apply it practically.
Yes, and that way, they can adjust and adapt based on their personal style and project needs.
So if we put all this together, Impeccable could be a game changer, but requires thoughtful integration into the design process.
Exactly. It's about empowering designers while maintaining their creative spark.
And that makes me wonder, how do we ensure that new tools like this don't hinder creativity but enhance it?
That's a powerful question. It could be all about education and community support in navigating these tools.
So listeners, keep that in mind. Balance the tools with your unique design voice and never stop exploring.